What's up, Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Byte for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. There's plenty of stuff to talk about, but let's get you all caught up with some of the latest iPhone news first. Now, we've been hearing reports that the total number of expected iPhone 10 units has been decreasing for its launch because of the difficulty of manufacturing its complex true-depth camera. But the latest report from Digitimes says the iPhone 10 is on schedule to meet the 2017 production demand, which is different from the actual consumer demand. Now, reports even say Foxconn has started shipping its first finished iPhone 10 units, but don't be fooled. This might be the hardest iPhone to get on launch day, even if you pre-order on the 27th, which is about a week away. Now, KGI Securities' Ming-Chi Kuo says all of the phones Apple plans to produce now in 2018 are likely to abandon the Touch ID sensor in favor of facial recognition. Kuo was also the first one who reported that it would take 2 to 3 years for Android to match the camera for Apple's Face ID. That's right, Android will still be trailing on Animojis. Now, he predicted all upcoming 2018 phones will feature the minimal bezel design of the 10, and we will no longer see any new models with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus design. We've also seen patent applications for this, and according to The Investor, Apple is mulling over the idea of launching an iPhone with a stylus.
Who wants a stylus? You have to get them and put them away and you lose them. Yuck. Nobody wants a stylus.
Yeah, it looks like Apple does now. The report says it would be a new iteration of the Apple Pencil, obviously, and the report says Apple has been recently working on a new iPhone that comes with a digital pen with the target launch of 2019.
No.
And if we look even further down the road, The Investor is also reporting that Apple is working with LG to develop an iPhone with a foldable display. Apple is said to be working with LG so Samsung can't get a hold of their sensitive tech. We've seen foldable displays at the Consumer Electronics Show, and rumors about a foldable Apple phone have gone as far back as December of 2016, so this isn't a surprise, but guess what? It's happening. And you know what's also happening on your iPhone? The Nude app, touted as the sexiest app ever. Now check this out, the app automatically scans your iPhone for nudes, moving them to a protected vault in the app, and then deleting them from both your camera roll and iCloud. Like, I don't have any nudes on my phone, but I wanted to do some more research on this for you. Now, the app uses Apple's Core ML framework. ML stands for machine learning, so the images stay on your phone, they're never moved to any server, and the machine learning image recognition can happen on the device. So how does it actually learn? It scrapes naughty sites. Now, Nude is a free download from the App Store, but requires a 99-cent per month in-app purchase. Okay, let's see. Hey guys, you got an extra buck right now or anything? Oh, thanks. All right, let's take a break from the studio with one of the best looking correspondents I've ever seen. Thanks, Brian. That's really nice of you. All right, guys and gals, so check this out. You know what? I travel all the time, and normally I just throw all my cords and cables and accessories in my bag, and it becomes this like janky, tumbled mess. And this is called the bento stack, and what makes it different and unique. So check this out. Think of it as like a bento box for your gadgets and devices and accessories. I'm gonna take off this elastic piece right here because that's what keeps it together. But it's a stackable, multiple compartmental carrying organizer for your gadgets. This top here, it can hold your Apple Pencil, but I didn't even realize this. Guess what? Boom. I could stand my iPhone on it, like, hello, iPhone? So you have that, but also these different compartments. You could put in your chargers, your cables. These are slidable and adjustable compartments as well. It just makes it easy to organize. One of the compartments also has, or these dividers, it has a slot for 2 Apple Watch wrist straps, which I do rock. So overall, I just thought it was something that surprised me. It was simple, and then I'm like, hey, I'm gonna look out for you all in the Apple Byte to try and hook you up. So what they've done is this case, stackable case with 2 compartments and 2 dividers, normally costs $50. So if you go to this link down there, we've got an Apple Byte Nation special for it. It's coming out soon, sometime in December. So there you have it. Look, you have these multiple compartments, dividers. I'm just like stacking it back up, making it look fancy. And you know what? Before we go, nice haircut, Brian. Thanks, Brian. That's really nice of you too. All right, in some more serious news, you've probably heard of the widespread crack Wi-Fi bug that makes nearly all devices, Apple, Android, and really millions of devices on a Wi-Fi network susceptible to this WPA2 Wi-Fi standard exploit. It allows an attacker unauthorized access to the network, effectively opening up the possibility of exposing credit card information, personal passwords, messages, emails, and practically any other data on your device. Sounds like fun. Now, Apple says they've already patched the vulnerabilities, and the exploits have been addressed in the current iOS, tvOS, watchOS, and macOS betas that are available for developers and will be rolling out to consumers soon. Lucky for our good friend, macOS High Sierra, you're safe.
Phew.
And in the Apple Management Quote of the Week, Apple's Eddie Q, Senior VP of Internet Services and Software, was interviewed by Indian outlet LiveMint, and when asked about how some critics believe Apple's pace of innovation has slowed over the past decade, here's what he said. No way. First of all, the iPhone is 10 years old. That is the last decade. The iPad came after that, and the watch came after that. So I disagree vehemently with that, and I think we've been incredibly innovative. That doesn't even take into account the work that has been done on the Mac, iOS, and macOS. From that standpoint, where I think we've led the market. Now, when you think of the products that we built over time, you own a lot of them. And you just assume that every year was a new product, but it wasn't. You can't do revolutionary new products every 2 months or 6 months or whatever. They take time. You tell him, Eddie. But what was Eddie Q supposed to say? Yes, we have slowed down. Now look, the iPhone and iPad were SJ's babies. And was the Apple Watch really innovative? I mean, I love the Series 3, but I'll just leave it at that right there. And since everyone has an opinion and we like to share them, let us know in the comments, and I will definitely read ones next week that don't call me a lady boy. And speaking of innovation, this is a perfect time to wish the Mac Mini a happy 3rd birthday. That's right, the current Mac Mini is 3 years old since the last time they updated it. Yeah, you know that was coming. That's a bad Apple. So here's to 2018. Whee! All right, let's talk our NBA 2K18 winners from last week. The NBA season is here, and I am pumped, even if my Golden State Warriors lost the first game of the season. But you know what? I think we'll have a real chance at the title if we just get a few more pieces. Now, the correct answer for last week's show for what we dropped on a HomePod was an emoji poo-poo. So congrats go out to my Twitter winners, Michael Ludgood, Peter Aponte Jr., and Smallwood0918. And over email, Steven Estrada, Mickey Shee, and Miles Kane, who said, "Hey Tong, I know you be putting that poo-poo emoji all over that HomePod, just like you poo-poo on them haters." That's right, I do. But there were so many of you who just responded on the YouTube comment section when I asked you to tweet me or email me, and then a lot of you didn't even tell me which version you wanted. You have to listen, people. We all have to listen to each other. Yeah, I just went deep. All right, that's going to do it for this week's show. You can email us at theapplebyte@cnet.com or tweet me at Brian Tong. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time for another Bite of the Apple.